Alright guys, welcome back to another war video. Sorry I haven't been uploading lately, not gonna lie, I've been a little bit pressed with schoolwork. And to be honest, I just didn't really want to voice over anything. I could have posted the wars, but I think voiceover is more interactive for me and for you guys. It takes a lot less work than putting a bunch of subtitles on a video. And it also, quite frankly, gets me more views, so I'd rather just wait to do it and post it later. But either way, we're taking Purgatory, Ironheart, and we have Odin obviously for pre-fights. And here our first fight is going to be Ironheart versus Dust. I don't remember exactly what node this is on. It's Path 7. I've never taken Path 7 before, so I don't really know these nodes. But it's Dust versus Ironheart. Again, this fight should go pretty smoothly no matter what node this is on. And so yeah, we already have our 5 Incinerates, we have tracking passive. Now, it doesn't matter particularly for this fight, but in general, you always want to do that with Ironheart. I'm not seeing any nodes popping up anywhere, no like buffs or anything like that. I'm just going to assume that this node had some like specific things right there. I guess it's a node that benefits us. You get an armor break and whatever's called heal block on the opponent. Probably do with like purification and cleansing, that sort of thing. But yeah, again, very simple Dust versus Ironheart fight, or Ironheart versus Dust fight, sorry. And yeah, now we move on to this Bishop, which will be a little bit more challenging because of the nodes. They actually do something here. But yeah, again, Ironheart is immune to Incinerate as long as she has the armor up buffs. And Bishop doesn't really have a way to take those away, so again, pretty simple fight. Again, he does have that physical resistance, which would be kind of annoying since our ruptures deal physical damage. But in general, it won't be that bad. Here we're gonna push him to Special 2 because although Special 1 is you can just block it and we won't be able to get Incinerates on this. If it isn't blockable like it is here, then it'll be a bit of damage that we just take. Unfortunately, I did get clipped by the Special 2 there, but again, it's not that big of a deal. It only took off 20%. Again, it's still a lot of damage, but in the grand scheme of things, he's already 50% down. We, at most, have to only take one more. And here he does get that Special 1 off, the unblockable Special 1 off. But, I mean, again, we're not going to take any of that Incinerate damage. We do get clipped a little bit by it, but, again, it didn't kill us, so it doesn't really matter. Now we're just going to keep going into our Special 1 spam, and again, we're just going to keep hitting him here in a block so he doesn't throw the special, and then I think we're just going to go into a combo into a special to just kill him here. Or he'll just die. That works too. Alright, next up, I think we have... I don't remember. No, this is a Havoc, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. No, it's an Arcade. Wait. No, I'm sorry. I fight Arcade next war. Yeah, this is Spiral. Again, we're taking Ironheart again. Not too challenging of a fight, if I do say so myself. But, yeah, here I'm not really doing anything. I'm just making sure that everything's good and that, I don't have to, like, whatever it's called. Sorry. My brain's farting right now. Alright, I was just making sure that I only have to do medium, light, medium combos. Make sure that the nodes aren't like too difficult to see if my planners had any notes for me. That was pretty much the only thing to watch out for the combos and the dancing blades. Which again, I only get clipped once by it in this fight, and it was at the very end of it, so not that big of a deal. But yeah, I'll let the fight play out. Again, this is a regen node. Again, Ironheart works very well against these since I have Despair, and so after we get like, what is it, like 7 or 8 debuffs on Spiral, the healing will just like never be able to work. Or whatever master that is, I don't really know, and to be honest at this point I don't really care. Just as long as it works, right? Again, she's already 20% down within the first like 15 hits, so again, this fight is going to go fairly smoothly, right? I mean, the power drain is kind of annoying, but again, with Ironheart, there's no like need to go to Special 3 or like to hold your power to a Special 2. I mean, you can obviously go to Special 2 with Ironheart, but most of the time it's just safer to spam Special 1s. Funnily enough, it's kind of the same thing with Spiral, I think. I don't really play Spiral too much. I do have her. I got her recently out of a Titan, but I haven't ranked her and I haven't really played her too much. She's kind of just arena fodder for me right now. I will probably rank her up at some point because she's a good Dark Phoenix and Serpent counter, so always good to have in your back pocket. And again, we just throw a few more Special 1s. There we do get the Dancing Blades, but like I said, very end of the fight does not matter whatsoever. Here up we have this Medusa, and I'm so glad that I finally got to use my rank 4 Purgatory in War, because they haven't assigned me her to anything, and she gets very limited use in battlegrounds. I do occasionally pull her. She is a good, like, she's a fairly solid nuke. She'll get down pretty much anything in 40 to 50 seconds, but again, her main, like, shine is long questing content. Now, unfortunately, we don't really get to see that much of that in this war, because this is her only fight, from what I remember. So, a little bit unfortunate, but at least I get to use her, right? I love Purgatory. She's one of my favorite champs in the game. She's just so much fun to play. The power gain is so much fun to just work around with. And again, I don't remember exactly what it is in her kit, but against Medusa specifically, we do get an unblockable anytime like a buff is like nullified or removed or something like that. And it works quite well against her auto block, because I think whenever she auto blocks, her buffs get like removed or something like that, or like fails to trigger, something like that happens, and so we get an unblockable. So it's a fairly nice interaction. But yeah, Medusa goes down. We did have to use Odin's on that one for the shocks EMP modification, but yeah, I mean, I doubt I would have even died there. Like, that was like a 30-40 second fight, and so yeah. Here, unfortunately, I'm not lagging. I'm just checking over the plans. This is a lot of stuff that I could cut out of the video, but I luckily forgot to before making it. I think there's another part in this video where I just, yeah, right here, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna watch our alliance mates take a fight. Isn't that fun? And we're also gonna watch them drop some deaths, which is not as fun. So yeah, as you can see, there's only 3 hours left in this war, which is kind of the reason that they're taking the fights in the first place. We don't know if our members are going to be able to clear these fights before the war ends. 3 hours is a bit excessive. Again, we kind of just have to. Here, he takes Domino, which is supposed to be my fight, and I don't know why he would do that, because I'm literally right there, like right next to him. But he probably just didn't notice, and at this point he probably just didn't care. Unfortunately, he does drop a death on it using Jack. Again, I'm not exactly sure how. Well, I can understand the death part, but with Jack, he doesn't do that much damage, and he dies relatively quickly. Probably just got clipped by a Special 1 or something like that. Yeah, like a 20-second fight, and then he just dies. I mean, alright, bro, you do you, but here, we're just going to use Ironheart because this is the fight that I'm supposed to take. Here, I put on an Invul boost. I don't remember why. I think it's probably just, like, to be safe in case I get clipped by, like, a Special 1 or 2, so I don't, like, die. But yeah. Here I should have healed up to max HP, because with Domino, you have to, or else you're just going to be taking... You might die due to too much damage. Yeah, 77%. It was barely enough to take on this fight. Sorry for the spoilers. But, yeah, we were just going to be constantly taking, a crit fail damage, and, yeah. But again, Domino will go down fairly quickly, too. Our Incinerates do a ton of damage. The Bane is going to help us out a lot, too, to make sure that we're playing around it, make sure that he get on us too much. And, yeah, I mean, she's almost lower health than we are. Not quite yet, but she will be soon. And yeah, we just have to make sure that we don't like get clipped or anything, take too much damage, because if we get hit once or twice, we do have the Invul just in case, but if something were to happen and we were to take more damage, we have a fairly solid chance of dying here. Now again, we have the Bane on here, which takes us down quite a bit of damage, which is really, really annoying. Because here, I'm starting to get nervous, like, hey, I might not be able to survive this fight. Which would be really embarrassing because I didn't heal up to max. Thankfully, we do get that regen, though. I kind of forgot about that in the heat of the moment. But, yeah. That kind of saved our life. Not really. I do think Domino would have gone down before we died anyways, but in general, uh, that regen is really nice, especially for fights like these where you're taking constant damage. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the war. We do win this war, I think. Waiting for the screenshot. Yeah, we do win this war. Um, yeah, no deaths from me, although unfortunately our alliance mate did drop a death on my fight. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching, and catch you in the next video. Peace.